10 years later, I went to visit him in Sherburne. Driving up the driveway, Frank was in his pride and joy, the A6 of farm tools, the Maserati of hydraulic power, Frank's Kubota tractor. And he's coming towards me, and I'm coming up the driveway. The bucket was full of, I don't know, shrubs and bushes and stuff. And as I got closer to Frank, I saw, his face was dirty, the knees in his jeans were ripped, he had the work boots on, one of those shirt jacket things. And I rolled down the window and I said, hey buddy, are you with Frank Perlini Landscaping? I'm looking for the owner. Oh, we had a good laugh over that. Some of these things really stuck. Frank was truly fascinated by mechanical things, the kids will tell you. I once dragged Frank to a Dover-Sherburne hockey game, and I think it was his first live hockey game. And we used to, be at the native rink, and that particular night we were playing the Eagle Empire Medfield. And it was typical, the crowd was into it, and the puck was flying off the plexiglass, and kids were, chasing each other around and smashing into each other and checking, and the red light went on when the puck went in, and the refs, it was action-packed. And the first period ended, and I slapped Frank on the thigh, and I said, Frank, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna get a hot dog, I'm gonna get popcorn, and do you want anything? He said, yeah, I'll be right there. So as I worked my way through the concession line, I ordered a hot dog, and I looked around, and there was no Frank. I said, geez, so I looked through the lobby glass, and I could see Frank. He was up against the plexiglass, watching the Zamboni go around. And he was fascinated by this machine. I told him it was Artie Zamboni invented it. But this machine that could go around the ice, collect the excess snow, put down the perfect skin coat. I mean, it was amazing. You could see his head going like that. You're absolutely fascinated by all things mechanical. One night, Dan Morgan was one of the original guys of the Dover-Sherburne Boosters, and started this campaign for the lights on the field. And Jack Kuttner succeeded him, and then passed the baton to Frank. And Frank and I were on the committee before he became president, and there was much to do. I always said to myself, boy, I would drive by these wonderful estates, that were multi-million-dollar estates, and then pull into the Dover-Sherburne campus, and as Michael alluded to, the kids had their track meets at other schools. We couldn't even host our own track meet. It was in such disrepair. So there was a lot to be done. And Frank became president, and late one night, I couldn't even remember, either I was driving or he was driving, but there was one car between us. The board meeting was over. We're sitting there, and I gave him 20 minutes, maybe 40 minutes, and it was getting tiring. Frankly, I thought it was a little rude. And I just remember looking at the table, the board table that we sat on, and Frank had a picture of the Toyota FJ Cruiser. He had hatched this high wire act that he was going to raffle this car during halftime. And I was thinking to myself, geez, am I going to be liable if we don't sell this car? Anyway, we did sell it. We made some good dough. But and then there were posters for the triathlon. There was a handwritten menu, and Frank was checking out the pricing for the concession stand. There were rolls of raffle tickets, piled up, and in the corner there were resumes that he had gotten we were going to change out athletic directors. After a while, I looked at my watch and, you know, I just said to Frank, you know, Frank, I have to tell you, doing a good job here is like wetting your pants in a dark suit. And he'd say, how's that? I said, it gives you a warm feeling all over, but nobody notices. But I was wrong. I was wrong. You heard what the kids talked about a little earlier, some of his accomplishments. There are many parents in this room, I know, and some of you, if not all of you, we raise our children, we do the best we can. We cajole, we coax, we discipline. And at the end of the day, let's face it, you know, you release them to the world, you cross your fingers, you cross your toes, you bite your fingernails, you hope for the best. And Frank would definitely want me to do a paid political announcement. So I'm going to go down the roster, the team roster. Julia, our caboose, who extended Frank's tenure at the Boosters, was a 3-time varsity sport player in softball, basketball, and of course the soccer goalie, and now, as alluded to earlier, a senior at Colby College. Andrew was a standout varsity baseball player, and was a high school quarterback. Graduated from Wesleyan, and now works for the Audex Group, private equity firm. And I know that makes Frank very happy that he has a meat-eating capitalist in the family. And then Michael, who also ran some track and played football with my son for 4 years. Graduated from Tufts University and did is just finishing up his undergraduate work for his PhD at Purdue. And he and his father just spent some time down in Carolina trying to make decisions on what Michael would do, and it looks like Michael would work as postdoctorate scholar in the Department of Statistics and Operational Research at UNC in Chapel Hill. Another Perlmutter underachiever. I'll leave you with this.